Now, the Department of Justice is gearing up for a possible lawsuit against the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Joe Arpaio and his attorneys were supposed to start talks with the feds today over racial profiling allegations. The sheriff, however, called them off.
He disagrees with the DOJ's insisting that an independent monitor be placed in his office. DOJ reps now firing back, saying the sheriff's refusal to engage in negotiations forces them to get ready for civil action. Arpaio's attorneys say they're prepared.
If that's the way they want to go, we think it's a pretty huge waste of taxpayer money for Maricopa County and the federal government. But if we have no other choice but to go that route, and that's their call, we're certainly willing to do that.
Now, if this does go to court, it could cost millions in taxpayer dollars. So what do you think about the controversy?
Should the sheriff agree to the independent monitor, or do you support his refusal?
Joining us to discuss this topic and more, we have today's guest, a Lady Law from 1015 Jams.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
this wrangling has been going on between the DOJ and Sheriff Arpaio for months. It likely won't be over anytime soon.
Right.
Are you surprised that he's really digging his heels in here and saying, no, I'm not going to agree
Definitely
to
not
this?
surprised by Arpaio's actions, because I think he's always taken things as his own, and that's his pride, is that this is the way he does things and that's his name. So it's not shocking that he'd make it a little bit more difficult for them to do their job. So
yeah, and I think it depends on which side of the aisle you're on when it comes to Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Because if you support him, you are saying stand your ground. Do not let the feds come in and take over. If you are not a fan of Sheriff Joe, you can't get those feds in there fast enough. So again, it's going to be a while till we know what's going to happen there.
I think it's going to take a lot for people to put their money where their mouth is when they say they want an end to what Arpaio's been doing or been accused of doing. And so if they want that, it looks like we're going to have to pay.
And that's exactly what he argues. I mean, this is the 22-page report that came out in February, and he claims they don't have anything, that they can't prove anything.
Right.
But right in the report, it says, based on their study, Latinos were 4 to 9 times more likely to be stopped than non-Latinos for traffic violations. It's in the report, according to the DOJ, and he must now undergo these independent monitors if he says it's not happening to prove that.
Right, that's on him to do that. So I don't know. I guess I'd be willing to pay to find out what the truth is, because should that happen to me or a family member or whatever, then I'd be more concerned, So we shouldn't wait. I think we should pony up.
Pony up and go for it.
We have turned that question over to you, our viewers, and this is what you're telling us. Robert Fuller writes, I wish the feds would learn to do their job. They have lost their way since this administration took power. I would love to see more of this country's leaders taking up for Joe.
Rita Payton, Washington says, more grandstanding by our esteemed sheriff, and at what cost to the taxpayers of Maricopa County?
Jennifer Cressy Turner says, you are always attacked when you are the one standing up against the majority. I trust and believe in the sheriff.
And we have Jill Hendrickson said, Arpaio seems to forget that he is a part of a country, not his own island. The DOJ is part of America. Arpaio isn't that where you live.
All right,
well, questioning him, keep it going.
Yes, keep that dialogue continuing on our ABC 15 Now Facebook page.